Hey there. I hope you're having an amazing day today. I am excited to talk about sort of the biggest question that comes up, or one of the biggest questions that come up, and that is, where do I start? Where do I start on this path to rediscovering myself, or figuring some of this stuff out? And so today on the blog, I wrote about just some really simple steps that you can take to recenter yourself on, or realign yourself on your own path. Step one is to give yourself some grace. And I think for so many of us that are, running hard and chasing, success or dreams, or overwhelmed by our kids or family or all of the things that are happening in life, pausing and just giving ourselves some grace, some time to rest and recover, and recharge our batteries, and actually giving yourself a break from your own self talk that we should be doing something different, or that we should have it figured out by now, or that we should be in some place that we're not in this exact moment. And this idea of just pausing and accepting where you are at, whatever the circumstances, and then really trusting and believing that no matter what you're doing, where you are, it is exactly where you're supposed to be in your own journey. This idea that, for me, I should be doing something different, or I should have done this by now, or that by now, was a really interesting struggle. It actually kept me in my job for much longer than I wanted it to, right? I felt like I have invested so much time and energy in this career path, and I've made it so far. How can I jump out of that at this point? It's like I've traveled that road for so long, and it wasn't fear of starting over and something new. It was just felt like maybe I had wasted some of the time and energy that I had put into building, the career that I had had. And what I realize now in retrospect is that was all part of my journey. It was all part of what I needed to do to get to where I am today. And if I hadn't had that, I would have had a completely different journey. And I'm sure that one would have been great too. But who knows if it would have taken me longer to get here, if I would have had some other unforeseen detours in that path. And so I'm just really grateful that I took the path that I did. So that is step one. Step two is to just pause and reflect. This might be taking up a meditation practice. It might be starting to journal, or restarting to journal, but really approaching your past and the twists and turns that you've had in your life, and thinking about the benefits, the lessons, what those moments have given you to allow you to arrive at this exact point. And I think sometimes we get to this point in life where we're reassessing, and we are, thinking about starting over or starting on a new part of our lives. And there is such benefit in looking back, and really taking the lessons and being grateful that we got to this point. I so often think about people that I wonder if they ever are going to get to this point, of taking a look at themselves and turning inward, and really doing that hard work. I actually had an experience this morning with Border Patrol customs person, as we were doing an interview for my daughter, and he just seemed literally so miserable. And I thought, I sent him this loving energy of hoping and praying that as he looked so bored out of his mind waiting for these people to come through for interviews and do their fingerprints, I thought, Gosh, I hope that when he has that downtime, he's meditating or, reading to help, broaden his mind or expand his horizons or, doing something that feels really fulfilling. And, in that moment, I thought, I don't know if that's happening, but it made me appreciate how blessed we all are to be in this place, to be able to have the desire to grow and to the courage to jump and do something new and expand a part of us that we haven't paid much attention to up until this point, or maybe you have and took a break and you're coming back. But anyway, I think those are my first two tips. Give yourself grace, acceptance, love, rest. And then the second one is reflect and really look for the lessons and find the gratitude in the challenges that you've had in your life that have led you to this exact moment. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you next week.